Hey guys, this matchup and overall project is one that I've been thinking about for quite a long time, but it fell into a deep vault in like the recesses of my mind until the absolute genius, Cursed Valor, subscribe to him, hit me with this matchup. Believe it or not, I'm not joined by six, it's just me. So we're gonna get right into it and do what if Madara took Pachi's place, right? You know, big bad of Naruto versus big good of Black Clover. Everybody's asking me all the time who I think is winning this, and I really don't know. But I'm going to lay out all the facts for you, and we'll get right into it. Go for how this battle is going to play out, or how this battle is going to lay out. Madara is going to pull up to the Clover Kingdom with the Nine Tails as a summoning, as he sees fit, just like he did against Hashirama in the Leaf Village. Yami's going to arrive at the battlefield if the fight takes too long, similar to the Pachi fight. Both characters will act as they normally do, so Julius will do his best to protect the Clover Kingdom, but Madara will respect a one-on-one fight and let Julius go all out, most likely. Chakra will be equated to mana, Jutsu will be equated to magic, so on and so forth. Madara will not start with the Nine Tails, but has it as an option to him. Madara will have the same goal of defeating Julius as Pachi did, to resurrect the Uchiha clan or whatever using forbidden Jutsu. I really don't care. We're going to use manga and anime Madara only. No time manipulation from the Storm games, even though I do think that could make it a little bit more interesting. On to Julius, right? Julius doesn't really have any attack potency or durability feats in his series that we've seen. He never attacks with anything but his like hacks-based abilities, so we have nothing to scale him to. And the only two times he ever gets hit, he either gets stabbed through and regenerates, or gets stabbed through and dies. So, spoilers, sorry. If you thought this was going to be a simple fight though, you're quite wrong. Julius is definitely one of the top tiers in his verse for speed, at least before the time skip. Julius should be faster than all the other Magic Knights at the time he fights Pachi, because it is stated that the Wizard King is the strongest of the Clover Kingdom's mages, which should make him faster than the likes of Meteor the interim Crimson Line captain, who has an outstanding feat of blocking a multitude of Rai's light speed, if not greater than light speed attacks. Alright? How fast does this make Julius? Well, it would depend on the calculation. It should be anywhere in the range of 100 times faster than light to about 40 times faster than light. But what makes this even worse for Madara is that some of these abilities that Julius carries are even faster than him, including his own travel speed. He uses the ability to accelerate his body through time in order to amp his speed to a significant degree, but it doesn't seem like he's able to attack in any way, shape, or form while he's doing so. Some will say that he had trouble with Pachi, a character who was stated to have light speed attacks, but I have two ways of combating this. The first is, it should be known that Pachi in specific had gotten significantly faster and stronger after the time that statement was made specifically in order to combat Julius, and that not all light magic moves or spells move at the same speed, since we know that Augustus Kita, the Clover Kingdom's king, not the Wizard King, the king, has light magic, but it's stated to be quite slow in comparison to others. Now, on his hacks. Julius doesn't have too many spells, so I'll try my hardest to go through all the relevant ones here as quick as we can. His first really relevant ability would be Chronostasis. It's his ability to create pockets that contain no time inside in order to freeze anything inside of them. Anyone who is equal to his travel speed though should be able to avoid this attack, or has the ability to move that fast as well. Another one would be Time Annihilation. This is kind of weird. It's not specifically named, but it's described, so that's what I'm going to call it, Time Annihilation. It's when Julius shoots a compressed beam out of his hand that instantly ages whatever it touches to dust. Now, if you're moving at a speed somewhat relative to Julius's own travel speed, you can get out of this before it completely ages you to dust, but it will have significant effect on you. The attack works on people that are as fast as he himself can travel, but like I said, it's not too well. So, one of the last really important spells that stand on their own is going to be Time Reversal. Once again, a spell that we don't really know the name of, but so be it. Julius uses his control over time to heal himself and others, as well as grab attacks or people and send them back from where they came at double the speed. Now, it does seem that Julius can only do this along the trajectory that they were already traveling. So if somebody throws a rock at Julius, he can't throw the rock in a different direction, he just sends it back to where it came from. So, Black Clover has this thing called Mana Zone. Mana Zone is the ability to control the mana around you and make it your weapon, and it's literally Julius's biggest weapon. It gives him a minor degree of future sight that allows him to see, not predict, but see future movements and disturbances in the mana, or in this case chakra, around him so that he can see the size, trajectory, and speed of the incoming attack or person. It also gives Julius the ability to form spells anywhere within his mana zone, which, while not a particularly large radius, is still somewhat sizable and is around him. The technique also allows him to amp up some of his former spells, like creating a multitude of chronostasis bubbles around him to make a spell called Chronostasis Grigora, and it also allows him to use time reversal on a country-wide scale, and a spell known as Chronoanastasis. That's almost it for Julius's side. We're going to go on to Yami really quick. I don't want to go too deep into Yami, pause, but we do need to describe what's going on here. Yami should be somewhat relative to the feat performed by Medio-Leona, but not on par with Julius's travel speed or anything like that. He would have the ability to one-shot Madara or the QB via Dimension Slash given that it hits, seeing as it cuts through space itself and not just the item that he's attacking. That said, he has around country level AP and durability outside of that, as he should scale to the Asta that I got to around country level in my Asta vs. Gojo video. Check that out in the description. So, on to the King of the Uchiha then. Madara has significantly higher attack power in this fight, and even if Julius had more conventional forms of attack, it really wouldn't mean anything. Madara with his Mangekyo Sharingan should have attack potency that is equal to the Nine Tails itself, and seeing as it is stated that half of the Nine Tails can turn the whole world to ash, and then a single Bijudama alone has the power to destroy the planet, I think multi-continental, if not planetary, is a pretty safe lowball. Madara's speed should be relative to or greater than that of V2A, at least in this form. V1A is stated to be nearing the speed of light, so let's put Madara around that faster, or light speed to faster than light range. Madara's hacks, most of them are somewhat irrelevant in this fight, and I'll go over as to why as we go through each. So the Sharingan and Mangekyo Sharingan give Madara more chakra, which is cool because all of my scaling involves that chakra. Madara's Sharingan and Mangekyo Sharingan allow him to both predict and see what is going to happen in the near future via that prediction, with both physical and chakra-based or mana-based attacks. So it would allow him to possibly even keep up with Julius's supremely greater speed advantage, but only in ways that would allow him to evade attacks, really. It would boost his reaction speed to an incredible degree, but it's up to you whether you think that degree is able to handle Julius. Let's go into Genjutsu. Madara's Genjutsu is extremely potent as it can put down people with just a simple glance. He does this to both the Raikage and to a few random shinobi whenever he's fighting the Shinobi Alliance at his entrance in the war. Now, Genjutsu itself is the injection of chakra into another person through one's eyes. The issue with this is, with Mana Zone, Julius would be able to sense the chakra coming towards him and evade it. As I don't think Madara has a way to pump this chakra in at speeds faster than he himself can move or react to, I really don't see him catching Julius slipping with this. Madara has a few more things that we need to go over. In his EMS form, he would have his ability to use giant fire style moves. Granted, I don't believe that any of them are hitting because none of them have been shown to be supremely faster than he himself. His Uchiha Gunbai would be interesting in a fight with Yami, seeing as if Yami tries to come towards Madara and attack him in a more conventional way, Madara would have the ability to deflect Yami's attack with greater force than it came at him with. Granted, this isn't something that would happen to Julius's magic because it has no conventional force to back it. Now, let's move on to the QB, which I think will be a very important part of this. I cannot tell you a way that Julius can combat the QB just rapid fire Biju bombing. In fact, there are things similar to Biju and Black Clover called demons, and these demons, even in a weaker state, or a supremely weaker state than what the QB would be at, they're just these supercharged mana pools. One of them comes to attack the Clover Kingdom, and Julius tries to fight it, and while he is in a weakened state, he does nothing more than simply scar its arm by trying to accelerate time on it using something that seems to be chronoanastasis, which is incredible. The issue with this is we now have a Madara who's able to hide inside of the QB for all he cares, or hide inside of his QB base Susanoo for all he cares, while Julius has to go around trying to protect the kingdom. I really don't know who wins this fight, because while Julius has this great speed advantage, it's in character for both of these people to try, kind of posture a bit before they really go all out. So I think it may just be so that Julius, in his real interest in Madara and the QB, wouldn't try to take them down until it's too late and the QB starts raining hellfire on the village, or on the kingdom, excuse me. I want you guys to tell me how you think Julius wins or how you think Madara wins in the comments below. I think that I did a pretty fair job scaling these guys, and I think that in the future, you should expect more videos like this. Peace out.